Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to the AT&T Center, where the Spurs hope to continue their win streak tonight when they play host to the Cleveland Cavaliers to tip off a 3-game homestand. The Spurs are coming off a 115-111 victory over the Heat in Miami on Saturday to just stay ahead of Houston as the last-place team in the West, where the Cleveland Cavaliers are the third-best team in the East. So it'll be a challenge for the Silver and Black tonight. Jeremy Sohan, who has missed the last 5 games with a quad contusion, has been upgraded to available tonight to get ready for this contest.
I think it'll be huge, just another energy guy out there, that one of our best defenders and rebounders, and just excited to get him back. I know he's ready. He's itching to get back out there.
All right, here's a tip time tonight. It will be late at 7:30. Now we're going to take you live from the AT&T Center to Orlando, Florida. That's where Larry Ramirez is standing by with the UTSA Roadrunners as they arrive for their big bowl game. And I understand, Larry, that Jeff Traylor did make the trip with the team today.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct, Greg. Coach Traylor did make the trip today here to Orlando, and it's been an emotional day for Coach Traylor, who tweeted his dad went home this morning at 3:40, certainly making this a bittersweet day as well. So our condolences to Coach and his brother Kurt, the Roadrunners assistant offensive line coach, and the entire Traylor family. Now here's a team arriving around 3:30 p.m. Eastern time at their team hotel here in Orlando, Florida. They were all smiles and having fun. The Roadrunners hope to cap off their awesome regular season with the win at the Cure Bowl, which would be a first for the program. One of the many firsts they hope to achieve by beating the Troy Trojans. Coach is ready to get after it following their disappointing bowl loss last season in the Tropical Smoothie Frisco Bowl.
I remember saying, I got to get Frank Harris ready. We got to get back here and get this done. That's kind of been our mindset the entire season, and this is a big step for us. We have a lot of things we're playing for. We have an opportunity to be a top 25 team. We've never done that in the history of our school. We have an opportunity to finish in the top 25. It's never been done. We have an opportunity to win a bowl game for the first time. That's 3 pretty important things to play in a season that's already been very historic. I am concerned about our depth and the lack of players we have just because of injuries. So we can't afford any more hits to grades or anything else that might come up.
Coach also said he is all about rewarding his team, but it's a fine line to walk when it comes to fun and also getting ready for a bowl game. So we'll have more with the Roadrunners tonight here in Orlando. Greg, back to you in the AT&T Center.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Thank you, Larry. Even though the Cowboys won their game against the Texans 27-23, they have lost their star tackle, offensive tackle. That is Terrence Steele out of Steele High School for the rest of the season. That's after the Steele High School product tore his anterior cruciate ligament and his medial collateral ligament in his knee. Happened just before the end of the first half, and as you can see, it got rolled up onto. And you can tell by watching, it didn't look good when it happened. We wish him a very speedy recovery. Today at Morgan's Wonderland, founder Gordon Hartman announcing the 2023 NFL Alumni Golf Classic to benefit children with disabilities. Be played on April the 24th. The Oaks Court at the TPC San Antonio on April the 24th. The Amazon is its top sponsor, and the goal is to raise $500,000. And we're getting late word tonight that UT basketball coach Chris Beard has been suspended. But before that, we'd like to bring you up to date on Nalissa Smith, former East Central and Baylor basketball star, national champion, now a member of the WNBA Indiana Fever. Nalissa Smith holding a toy drive right now at East Central High School at 6:30. And that late word again from UT is about Chris Beard, who was arrested on felony family violence charges. He's now been suspended without pay by the university. Live from the AT&T Center, Greg Simmons, KSAT12 Sports.
All right, we'll continue to follow that story. Thank you, Greg.
Still to come here at 6, 3 numbers no one wants to dial, 911. But who's there to answer that call when you need to? How your cell phone bill helps pay for it. Next.
It is a call that people make in a time of panic, dialing 911. But who answers that call?
And did you know that you pay a fee for that service every time you pay your phone bill? KSAT explains what happens when you call or text 911.
San Antonio 911, this is Jennifer. Do you need police, fire, or EMS? My name is Jennifer Rodriguez. I am a communications call taker. I receive 911 calls and non-emergency calls.
This is the Bear Metro Emergency Communication Center,
Was he an older male, a younger male?
also known as a PSAP.
It's a primary safety answering point.
Here, information is always changing. Calls filled with chaos and concern come in by the second.
May I have a description of the vehicle?
In this room are call takers for the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and the San Antonio Police Department.
People's lives initially depend on what we do here.
When someone calls or texts 911, a call taker answers it and immediately asks
Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
if there is a fire or someone needs an ambulance.
We don't ask any questions first. We get fire on the line immediately.
The call is transferred to San Antonio Fire Department dispatchers who are located in this same room. Call takers like Jennifer stay on the line to see if police are needed.
May I please have a good contact number for you?
When an officer does need to respond, call takers get as much information as they can. The questions they ask are often similar, but what's on the other end can be wildly different. And some of those calls they never forget.
I encountered a call where this wife called. Her husband had just shot himself in the head. He had initially said he was going to do it. She was calling for help, for mental health. And while she was on the phone, you heard the gun go off. You heard her scream. To hear what was going on in her screams, those things never come out of your head. You can't help but feel the pain that the person who's calling is going through.
But that pain comes with a purpose. A call taker's job is to put the info a caller gives them into what's called a key card and pass that call on to a San Antonio police dispatcher, like Kristen Rodriguez.
The dispatcher will read the key card and prioritize it, whether it be a code 1, code 2, code 3 response. It can be a robbery in progress, a shooting in progress, rape in progress. Those type of calls, of course, they're code 3 and they're our number one priority to get officers out there.
Dispatchers work with calls that are divided according to SAPD substations. They dispatch officers that work out of those substations based on where the caller's emergency is located. Watch what happened during our interview.
If there's an officer in that district or that section that can go to...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I got it, Raul. Anyone that can break away, any safe officers. It's a shooting with a hit. It's a 16-year-old male that was shot in the hand. There's a second call, daughter, 16-year-old boyfriend shot himself in the hand on purpose. All officers use caution. 10-4, I have you en route. You know, do I send 2 officers? Do I send 3 officers? The hardest part is knowing that you're in charge of all these lives. And, you know, that one time you don't send cover could cost or potentially cost, you know, an officer's life.
This communication center is run by Bear Metro. Despite the name, it's not a division of Bexar County. It's the local 911 district. There are districts all across the state. Bear Metro covers Bexar, Guadalupe, and Comal counties.
And our primary job is to provide the resources necessary for the 911 system to work from the time a caller dials 911 to the time a call taker receives the call.
Bear Metro provides the technology and the equipment. The 40 cities within the Bear Metro 911 district provide the call takers, the dispatchers, and the response. Your tax dollars pay for the work of your local police and fire departments, but a fee on your phone bill pays for the 911 technology used here.
The 50-cent 911 fee that you see in your wireless bills are all wireless. Numbers have a 50-cent 911 fee that is collected by the state comptroller and then divided out accordingly.
There's also a 50-cent fee applied to residential landlines and VoIP lines. That's when you use an internet connection to make calls. For business lines, the fee is $1. Bear Metro works with an annual budget of around $18 million. That provides the 911 technology for the 23 emergency communication centers across Bexar, Guadalupe, and Comal counties. In San Antonio, there are 2, one on the north side and south side.
They're redundant to each other, so if one facility goes down, we've got the other as a backup. If something catastrophic were to happen and both facilities were down as far as our phones or CAD systems, then we partner with Austin PD. And so they would take our overflow, they'd take our 911 calls.
Someone has to be there to answer the call. For Jennifer, those calls have become her calling, no matter what she finds on the other end.
I've actually taken up knitting or crocheting And on my break or on my lunch, I'll take a walk outside, and I know this is religious talk, but I talk to God, or I knit, or I crochet, and have blankets that I make here. You find ways to cope, but I wouldn't see myself doing anything else. I really wouldn't.
Now, to watch any of the KSAT Explained stories we have done, including this one, scan this QR code that will take you to the KSAT Explains page. Our stories air right here on Monday at 6:30.
Such an important job they do there at the 911 centers in town.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go live. I want to show you something that's happening right now. This is at Highway 90 and General McMullen. We're actually looking at General McMullen, and it's the westbound lane, it's the northbound lanes of General McMullen. We believe what we're looking at is a shooting. A call came in for a shooting not far away from this.
Yeah, this would look like a scene where there's a big traffic backup, maybe because of an accident, but we don't have any reports of an accident in this area. However, that report for a shooting is off of San Judas, which is just west of General McMullen. So that could be what is causing this big backup along Highway 90 here. We're trying to get some more information about exactly what's going on with not only the traffic situation, but that shooting as well.
Yeah, General McMullen, and the shooting is on San Judas, which is just west of General McMullen. And so I think that's why you see the emergency vehicles that are on General McMullen themselves, and then a little bit off to the right, there are more emergency vehicles. So we're going to stay on top of this. Again, we do not have a confirmation that a shooting was found, but we do know a shooting call went out to this general area. We're going to continue to stay on top of it.
Twitter is looking to get rid of some clutter from its California headquarters. The social media company auctioning off dozens of items from its office in San Francisco. Among the items up for grabs, a large statue of the Twitter bird and a giant sculpture planter in the shape of an @ symbol you just saw there. And folks, this is a one-day only sale.
Yeah, the auction from Heritage Global Partners kicks off January 17th, ends the following day. Opening bids are $25 and up. Twitter's done some belt tightening since Elon Musk took over, including layoffs, but the president of the auction company said in an interview with Fortune magazine, this sell-off is not a desperate cash grab.
Nothing to see here.
Which may be exactly what you would say.
Yes,
if
it is.
We're having a desperate cash grab.
Yeah, okay.
I think with Musk as their owner, they're probably all right.
And I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Since when did we start calling the pound sign hashtag?
Who, honestly,
it's the pound sign.
We may be the remaining few who call it the pound sign.
The pound sign.
Now, I do hashtag like this.
Yeah, like that.
Hashtag.
Yeah, but the pound sign. Remember, you'd be on a call, press #3 to, anyway.
I hear you.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Thank you. Amy Jennings of Helotus, the winner of a homemade thermometer ornament. Go to ksat.com/thermometer to enter the drawing. I'm giving them away daily. Love doing it this time of year. They look great on the Christmas tree. Right now, temperature 73. We're going to drop down to 68 in a few hours and pretty much just stay there the rest of the night. Fog, drizzle, a little bit of dampness again for your morning commute. But a cold front arrives at noon. We'll talk about what kind of impact that's going to have in just a bit. Hashtag later, pound later.
All right, turning to the forecast, these gray, foggy mornings, I guess we're getting used to it, but it lasted a good while this morning.
Yeah, and I liked when the humidity was gone for a little bit this weekend and then came back.
Came roaring back.
We had a brief little drop in the humidity Sunday. That was nice.
That's beautiful.
So we're going to have a bigger drop in the humidity that's going to be, more permanent it's going to stick around for quite some time. That's the nice thing about this next change, especially if you like conditions this time of year to feel like December and not April. Well, just wait a little bit. Our cold front hits tomorrow around noon. Not much of a rain chance with it, just that dampness again in the morning and a few sprinkles through the noon hour. And then much cooler the rest of the week. And when we're talking morning low temperatures, by Wednesday morning, have the jacket or sweatshirt ready to go. Tomorrow morning, it's still warm at 67. But then Wednesday morning, we're at 50. Thursday and Friday at the bus stop, we're talking upper 30s, so get ready for that temperature drop. You're not going to feel it right away tomorrow, so let's look at our forecast. Noon will be at 77 degrees. That's actually going to be our high temperature for the day. We'll hit it around the lunch hour. And then into the afternoon, near 70. still fairly mild, but we're going to sweep away the humidity for the second half of the day and then get a little bit of sunshine as well. Then the cooler air will gradually and continually filter into town. Floresville, Nixon, Gonzales, Pleasanton, Poteet, near 80 degrees for the high temperature at noon. Then the cold front hits and temperatures will fall off just a little bit. In the Hill Country, cold front's going to arrive earlier, so it looks like you'll make it into the low 70s. Bandera, 73 degrees, for example, for the high temperature, even Rio Medina, and then just dropping a little bit for the rest of the day. Wednesday, Thursday, highs in the 60s, so 67, the high Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we're at 63. Then this weekend, look at those highs. The warmest we'll get is close to 50 degrees. That's partially a result of the cool air moving in and more cloud cover expected. So let's talk about the overall pattern. That dampness, that fog took a long time to really shake free from it. And we did have a few real showers east of town, particularly in Lavaca County earlier today. They were isolated, but we had a few. Big upper level swirl here. This is that counterclockwise circulation in the upper levels. This is a big, broad upper level low. It's going to really stir things up across a good portion of the lower 48 here over the next several days as it slowly works its way eastward. Remember, these upper level troughs, these upper level lows, they're directly correlated to what our temperatures will be and how they'll change. And notice how this just stays in control here over the lower 48 the rest of this week. And that's going to maintain our cooler temperatures that are on the way. That's going to be the trend for about the next 7 days, maybe even a little bit longer. Rain chances, though, not looking all that good. Right now, we don't have the kind of forcing that we need to really generate the shower. So 20% tomorrow. And even before sunrise Wednesday, we could have a few isolated showers. Then Saturday and Sunday, we're just talking 30%. That's the way it's looking right now. So unfortunately, nothing out there to really put a good dent in the current drought situation. All right, let's talk humidity and dew points. You know, it's these high dew points that helps lead to the fog and drizzle and overall dampness that we've been experiencing in the nights and early mornings. That's going to be the case again tomorrow. Dewies well into the 60s. But that changes once that cold front arrives. So let's time out this cold front. Here's our future cast for the dew point. Hill Country, by 9 a.m., you'll start to see the cold front move in. And right behind that front, you're going to feel the humidity drop drastically. By noon, that cold front's roughly over Bexar County. And so by 1 o'clock, you'll quickly feel the dew points fall off closer to 50 degrees, and that's where they'll be the remainder of the day. So you'll notice that lack of humidity, and it's here to stay through the rest of the extended forecast. Notice those rain chances, mainly just Saturday, Sunday, a little bit tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a lot of sunshine with the cooler temperatures Wednesday through Friday.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
In case you missed it, coming up next.
Here's today's In Case You Missed It.
It is Monday, December 12th.
New information on the complicated investigation into that explosion that killed 4 people on Friday.
Only one of those people have been identified so far. He is 36-year-old Roger Huron Jr.
This is new helicopter footage of the scene today. Investigators say the explosion happened in an underground concrete structure that goes down about 10 to 15 feet in an area next to construction company K-Bar. ATF and the FBI are assisting the San Antonio Fire Department with the investigation, which was complicated by rain Saturday and today.
Soldiers are at Fort Bragg are now mourning the loss of a soldier who was stationed there. He died after being hit by a vehicle, and that soldier is from San Antonio. 31-year-old specialist John Michael De Leon died on Friday after being hit while crossing an intersection. He is survived by his wife and 2 children.
History made in Los Angeles Sunday as Karen Bass was sworn in as the city's first female mayor. Kamala Harris, the first woman to be vice president, as well as the first woman of color, administered the oath of office at LA's City Hall. Bass, a 6-term U.S. Congresswoman, also made history during her term in the California State Legislature. Not only did she serve as Speaker of the House, she was the first black woman to serve as a Speaker of any state legislature.
A man in California recovering after a daring water rescue that was caught on camera. So KTLA News in Los Angeles reports that the man was rescued by firefighters from Orange County after getting trapped in the swollen Santa Ana River Sunday morning. So as you can see in this video, a swift water rescue team was deployed and secured the man, pulling him up to the bridge above. Storms in that area are being blamed for those conditions.
Just look at that temperature trend. 77 at noon tomorrow. Then our high temperatures drop down into the 60s Wednesday through Friday, and even cooler, closer to 50 for highs this weekend. In the mornings, you're going to feel the chill again. So Wednesday morning, you'll want to have the jackets ready for the kids at the bus stop, especially Thursday and Friday as those temperatures dip down into the upper 30s for morning readings. So noticeable changes on the way. Rain chances still pretty slim at about 20 to 30% here and there.
Yep, the jackets are handy. Not letting them go.
Nope.
Thanks for watching the news at 6.
We'll see you back here on the Night Beat at 10 after I think it's the season finale of The Good Doctor.
Ooh.
But I know The Good Doctor's on tonight.
Pound sign, Good Doctor.
Yeah.
Pound sign.
Hashtag Good Doctor.
Pound sign.
Yeah.